Reset's exclusive unboxing of the Wii U. I'm Zach Grubb.
I'm Chris Shriver.
And we're going to be opening this thing up.
Alright, well, let's get started. So right here, you're looking at the Wii U Deluxe box set. That basically comes in the black model, 32 gig hard drive. They say you can expand the media because a lot of people were criticizing it, primarily because of Nintendo Land.
Yeah, if you wanted to have Nintendo Land installed on your console at launch, you basically couldn't.
That would be a download-only one, not the physical disc. The physical disc you'd be fine though. But let's get started on this guy. Surprisingly, it didn't have that weird sticker that a lot of people are anticipating. We were expecting it to have that little circle ones, but fortunately,
better for our purposes.
Yeah, we can just pull it right out. So here's the first sleeve we've got for you. Let's move the box down here. This basically consists of. Actually, I'm not sure what's in this one. Let's find out. You want to take over here, Zach?
This looks like all of the adapters. Power.
Let's open these guys up.
I've never seen these packaged this way before.
They got zip ties on zip ties, as some of the people might say. Some of the kids these days on the Twitters. Ooh, it's like the condom for
the Wii U.
The Wii U. Look at that. All right. This looks like your standard power supply, power brick. Obviously, that port would go right into the Wii U. This one here would go into the wall. Obviously, the UK one's going to look a little different than us in the States. What do you got there?
This looks like a power adapter for the controller.
Oh, okay. So this is actually the charging port that'll go into the Wii U gamepad.
That actually looks like the same charge port for the 3DS.
Obviously, we can definitely check that in a little bit. We won't know for sure until I try to plug it in. Right now, my 3DS is in my bag. But we will find out. Here's also our copy of Nintendo Land. Looks like it's a physical disc, obviously. I'm not going to be a download. Thankfully. That way it won't eat up any of that hard drive space. But we will open this guy up in a little bit for you.
Stand.
Yep, further in we've got the gamepad stand that comes included with the black model, not the white model. Basically, is there to, it says Wii U on the bottom there. Basically there to match the color of the system, obviously, in the gamepad. Also little stands for the system itself. Yep. So you can either choose to stand your system horizontally or vertically, depending on what your preference is, really. For the old school Wii enthusiasts. We've got the HDMI cable. This is the only cable the Wii U comes with, as far as like hooking up to TVs, right? Yeah, I believe so, yeah. So anyone who doesn't have an HD television, you would actually have to go out and buy a component cable, which I haven't actually looked at the ports yet, but we may. Do we know if that's proprietary Nintendo or if that's? I'm not sure. I know it can be done. Yeah, it can definitely be done. I don't know if they're offering their actual ports yet. Like, right. I don't know if they have. Yeah, we don't know if they're for sale yet or what the deal is with them. This is actually the charging dock for the gamepad. It looks like. So right here you have your port that goes on the bottom, and it'll actually sit here. There are also wheels on the bottom here that will actually let the gamepad slide in and out more easily. Sensor bar.
Looks very well packaged.
Very well packaged, and it looks to be. It may be the same sensor bar as the Wii. It is. It's the same sensor bar as the Wii. Look at that. Same huge long cable as the Wii. In case you got to run it through walls or anything like that. Or if you want to use a candle, you can do that.
If any of you out there have cats, I suggest keeping them away from it. I've already run into that problem.
Probably not a good idea. Maybe we'll keep going through that.
Standard Nintendo instruction booklets. Not really. Don't really need them.
Plastic. That's not plastic. What do we have here? Here, ladies and gentlemen, is the moment we've all been waiting for. No, it's not the system. It's the gamepad, because
that's the moment I've been waiting for.
Who cares about the system? Let's be realistic. So right here,
that is very pretty in person.
That is gorgeous. I've yet to see the black model.
Wow.
Yeah, so right here you actually have your standard headphone jack. Here would be the charging port.
Mm-hmm.
Then also these are the connectors that if you're going to dock it, would charge as well. There's that little spot for that wheel there.
Almost exactly like the 3DS dock.
Very similar, very similar. On the back here, it's actually more of a matte finish. Actually have the ZR and R buttons there. It feels really good because it's got this nice little lip right along here, as well as the top there. So it's actually form-fitted to, yeah, absolutely. It's form-fitted to, yeah, feel good like in the hands rather than it just being how an iPad or an Android tablet might feel, where it would just be that.
Yeah, this is very different.
You know what I mean?
I'd heard people say at different conventions that the controller actually did feel good in your hands. I figured the jury was out until I actually held one.
Yeah.
This is nice.
To basically get everybody up to speed, home button would take you as it would the home screen as it would on the Wii. Power will turn it on and off. TV is their new TVII is how they're spelling it. That's their new application that they're introducing. These buttons are actually clickable as far as the joysticks are concerned. Front and rear facing camera. Or no rear facing camera, I lied.
So it's basically a next-gen controller, just like the 360 or the PS3.
Exactly.
But with the added bonus of the screen.
Obviously. And then also our stylus, which is pretty similar to the 3DS style, the 3DS XL stylus rather, that some of us have seen.
I've actually heard very different things about actually using the touchscreen without the stylus, but I guess we'll find that out on our own in a bit.
Right. And here we have, with many layers of tape, which is actually strange tape. It's like green. Look at that.
Comes off easily.
Yeah. Oh God, I don't want to rip it.
Chris, come on. Wow, how many game journalists does it take to open up a box?
You're not kidding. All right. Wow. My God. You want to take that, sir?
Oh, it feels like nothing.
It's a little bit longer than the regular Wii.
This looks a lot like a terabyte, only thicker.
Terabyte hard drive, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, fans of. May actually be able to use your older Wii cables with this if you have to.
That would actually be fantastic
down-res
for previous Wii owners.
Yeah, if you have to down-res into standard def. There are a number of plastic on here. Gosh, of course, this has the glossy finish, so you're going to get that fingerprint magnet experience. For anyone who's a Vita owner or an old PSP owner, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Hopefully you won't be touching it too much after you put it in its wherever you're keeping it.
Once it's in its space, you can get it kind of figured out. Let's pop this guy in our little docking station here. So that would sit like that. Here's the other one. Basically, you can choose to stand it like that, or have it on a horizontal axis.
I think most of the marketing has shown it horizontally.
That's what I've seen, yeah. Just some things to note. Basically, when you turn on the controller without actually turning on the system, what is that message it gives us, Zach?
Turn on the TV and the Wii U console, then switch the TV's input to the correct setting for the Wii U. So, without the actual system on or synced, you won't be able to do anything with the controller. But, I mean, as this is a console controller, even though it's pretty advanced, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect that. What was the other thing you wanted to point out about the controller that we just picked up on?
Now, the buttons, A, B, X, Y, it's exactly like the 3DS or the DS, or if you've ever played Nintendo's handhelds, you're going to have it down. But if you're starting with the Wii U as a console, if you maybe weren't into the whole Wii thing, the motion play, it just lost you, and you're coming back to Nintendo after maybe N64, this is going to trip you up a little. It's just something to be aware of.
Yeah, so basically, it's not that they would necessarily switch the mapping of what these buttons would do in like a game like Call of Duty. Like, the only difference would be Y, rather than say hit X to reload, you would hit Y to reload. But that may throw people off. Is basically the gist that we're getting to.
Right.
Just something to consider.